All right, I just want to start off by saying the toughness and resiliency that our team showed today was really impressive. And I told him after this game, this is one of the great days in our baseball program's history, to lose the first game of a regional and come back and win two ball games today against two really, really great opponents, and then to be a part of this tonight. I can tell you, the old saying, you stay around this game long enough, you'll see something maybe you haven't seen before. And to think about that, we had 24 strikeouts tonight from a pitching standpoint is it's amazing that out of the 27 outs, 24 of them by strikeout was really phenomenal. Griff McGarry was locked in. Certainly they took two good swings off him to drive balls out of the ballpark, but he ended out getting a cut. He had a cut on his thumb, and he just couldn't. He was bleeding all over the place and couldn't pitch anymore. And then, the plan was for Brandon Neek to pitch in this game, and I can tell you that had no idea that he was going to pitch 5+ innings. But boy, that. What an amazing performance. I talked about it after the first game that, there's certain games in players' careers where they emerge. Earlier today, it was Matt Wyatt, and tonight it was Brandon Neek. And the amount of confidence a player can get from a performance like that is phenomenal. And I'm just so proud of Brandon. He said a tough go of it. He came in with shoulder surgery, and the guy's worked so hard, and he's continued to grind and believe in himself and take advantage of his opportunities. And tonight he certainly did, and pitched us to victory. And certainly we swung the bats pretty good as well, and extended leads when we had the opportunity. So, I have no idea who's pitching tomorrow. We will put our heads together tomorrow morning and figure that out. And, we're going to need guys to step up on the mound like we did today. So we'll tackle that in the morning. And I know we'll come tomorrow night at 7:00 and give Old Dominion our best.
I'll take first two questions from Bennett and Jeff White.
Yeah, to have Matt and Brandon do what they did on the same day. I mean, how rare or historic or what is that to you?
Amazing. That's why, Bennett, that's why I said, this is one of the great days in our baseball history, really. To beat the host school, South Carolina, in their ballpark, facing elimination, and then to beat the number one seed in the first championship game is amazing. And have two guys, along with McGarry, Griff has struggled a lot this year, and I know he wanted to do so well for this team, and, he hung in there. He kept working. He made some slight mechanical adjustments a few weeks ago. And I'll tell you, he's been throwing in our midweek inter-squad scrimmages, and he's been throwing really, really good. So we had a lot of confidence going into tonight that he'd give us a good quality start. And then to see what Neek did is just amazing. So we're just really proud of those guys.
Brian, after you guys lost Friday, I know the goal was to battle back and put yourself in position to play Monday night, to go to a super regional. With that in mind, could things have gone any better today from a pitching standpoint as far as keeping as many guys fresh as possible?
Well, I tell you, in this game, it went as good as it can go to only use two guys, to hold back some other guys we didn't have to use. Certainly in the first game, we would have loved to have not had to use Messenger but it really, to play two ball games. This is the first doubleheader we've played all year. And really I believe we used 6 pitchers in the two games, and beat the 1 and 2 seed. It's as much as you can ask for. Amazing performances all the way around.
We'll go with Damon and Andrew.
You lose on Friday. Just what does it say? How hard is it just to have put yourself back in this spot where you're playing one more game on Monday with a shot to advance?
Incredibly hard. It's very, very hard. All the regionals we've been in, and we've been in different scenarios, to keep fighting your way back and get a chance to play for the championship tomorrow night it's really rare, and it's rare in our history. So, I think I shared with you all that leading up to this weekend, I spent some time sharing with the players via GroupMe, our regional success that we've had in this program, sharing videos with them, sharing the details of what it takes to win a regional. None of them looked like this that I shared with them. So what I did share with them is that every one of them it's a different journey. Sometimes you go 3-0 and you play great baseball in every facet. Sometimes it's a struggle. You got to come from behind. Sometimes you go 2-0 and lose a game. You got to win the next one, whatever it is. This is the most challenging path. But this team has been hardened the last 2 months. They have, and I think the strength that they have gained from what they've went through the last 2 months is proven to be really, really important for them the last 2 days.
Preston and Caroline. Or did I skip somebody?
I think me.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Andrew.
You're good. Brian, you said you stay in this game long enough, you can see stuff that you haven't seen before. But I don't think you personally have gone this path. You talked about how you showed him all those regionals. You've never done this thing. It's very rare. So a lot of times in your career, you could rely back on some experience you've had. So what is there any kind of situation that is parallel to this that you can bank on tonight leading into tomorrow?
Andrew, there's really not, other than the seasons, the moments we've had in the past during previous seasons and this season where, really our backs against the wall. We've kind of had this mantra since the beginning of April that, we have to step up and guys need to deliver. Otherwise, we're not going to be playing in this month. And they have done everything to respond to it. So I know that they can draw from what they've experienced the last 2 months to help them put themselves in this position. That said, Coach Drew, our pitching coach, Coach Drew Dickinson, and I have spent time over the last 2 days really trying to chart out the best we can to try to navigate this thing from a pitching standpoint to give ourselves a chance. And here we are. It's worked pretty close to plan. Now we have an opportunity tomorrow, hopefully, to give ourselves a chance to finish it off.
Okay, now Preston.
Well, you mentioned just trying to strategize this pitching staffing going forward this weekend, but how much is it like a confidence thing? Is you see a Matt White go out there and then a Steven Shaw come in? How much does it kind of just build on top of itself?
Well, guys don't want to let their teammates down. They want to step up and deliver. So when they see other guys go out in those big moments and perform, whether it be on the pitching mound or offensively, we've had some really great offensive performance this weekend as well. And we've been pretty darn opportunistic, over the last 2 days. So, when they see their teammates step up at key moments in every facet of the game, they draw strength from it and they want to do their job. And, it's going to take everybody. I told the team after the game, it's going to take every guy on this team tomorrow to give us a chance to win it.
With Caroline and Jerry.
Was there a moment you knew Brandon had it tonight that you could maybe get more than the 3 innings he thought he was going to provide? And as a coach, what does it feel like when you see him come off completely spent and Nick Kent looking like he went through a dirt washing machine, holes in his pants, dirt everywhere, like just to see the guys that left clearly everything on the diamond?
It makes me proud. It makes me happy. This is their opportunity. Myself and the other coaches, we've had many of these opportunities and many of these moments. It's about them. And so I just, I felt really good in about the 7th inning that Brandon was just locating his pitches. He was overmatching him, quite frankly. And so I just had a good feeling that he could keep this thing going. And, when you're in the zone and you're out there and you're in a groove and And you're pitching like he is. You just don't want to take the ball out of the guy's hand. And even if it was closer in the ninth, even if it was a 2-run lead, 3-run lead, he was going back out there because he was in complete control. So I'm proud of him, proud of all the guys. It just makes me happy and smile to see them out there competing and having success. And these are the memories that we talk about that these guys haven't had a chance to experience in this uniform. This is their first NCAA tournament, and they're getting a taste of it. And I can assure you it'll be something that they'll want to do again in the future.
Brian, Nick said he only wanted to give you 3 innings. That was that's what he was thinking before he went in. What were the discussions you and Drew were having with him between innings before he would go back out each inning?
Well, I wasn't talking to Brandon. I don't know if Coach Drew was. I did see him sitting at the end of the bench there. He was calm and focused. He's got a tremendous demeanor for a pitcher that you want to have. He's very calm and very poised. And Coach Drew and I continued to talk in between innings, and Coach Drew just said, "Hey, Coach, he's fine. Let's keep him out there." And so it's just the way he was pitching. He gave us complete confidence that he could continue to deliver for us.
Okay, last 2 questions, Ben and Greg.
Brian, I know you guys are focused on winning a game tomorrow and all, but have you guys gotten any guidance from the NCAA in terms of where a super regional might get played or anything like that, or any kind of information on that end?
I don't have any idea. I'll tell you how clueless I am about it. Last week, I got upset because I thought maybe the grass in our outfield was burning up a little bit. And I said to one of our administrators, I said, what are we doing? If we go to a regional and win, there's a chance we could host a super regional. And I had no idea that that's not even possible. That is the only thing that I know. I don't know. I have zero idea about what happens if we win this thing, where we go and what could happen. We'll focus on tomorrow. If that happens and we play a good ball game tomorrow, I'm sure they'll tell us where to go.
Coach, I mean, obviously the pitching deserves the credit, a lot of the credit tonight, but you have time after time, against Jacksonville, and then against tonight, just kept adding runs. When you knew the pitching needed a little bit of help, the offense seemed to really just be a nice contributor and really complementary to what your guys on the mound were doing.
Well, the guy offensively, we've been great, and defensively, we're playing really good baseball. That's what it takes. You got to play great defense at this time of the year to have a chance to advance on. And then the other thing that's important from a position player standpoint, and we talk a lot about, is extending leads, right? You have to, you get ahead, you gotta tack on in the middle innings and the late innings, because anything can happen. Because what you're talking about is you're talking about ending people's seasons, from this point out. So when you have opportunities, you have to cash in on them. And so they know that, and they're focused on that, and they've done a really, really nice job of that.